Yeah, no problem there, John. It's WTE. I used to say that I was working towards extra WTE, but now I guess I'd be a world talking extra. I finally made it to extra class, and that was a lot of studying at work that went into play to that. Anyway, so I finally made it to extra class. Yeah, but this is a great band opening here. Are there any others on frequency that would like to join? I did hear somebody, I think, sending out some DTMF tones, which is strange for 5.2, but anyone else out there that would like to join us? We have WT0C on the side, N0TPN, John, in Albia, Iowa, and this is KD0WT, Norway, Iowa.
I'm not hearing anything on my end there, Michael. I dropped my power down to 25. I was up at 65. I don't know if, am I still in there okay for you?
Oh yeah, for sure, John. I dropped my power down to 5 watts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 watts. That's it.
Oh boy, yeah. Well, I got my little beam here headed toward the east. So I think it's kind of like I said a while ago, it doesn't matter which way you got the beam headed, or you probably could talk off of the can and a wire sticking out of it. I'm not sure, but it's just kind of amazing when it's like it. Last time I did any of this was about a year ago, or a little longer, and I talked to somebody in Omaha, Nebraska from Albion on 5.2.
Wow. I have talked almost to the Oklahoma border before, and from my QTH, that's 8 miles short of the Oklahoma border is the station I talked to. I think it was N0MUA, Mike Uniform Alpha. I might be wrong. It is logged on my QRZ page, but yeah, that was a good time. That was almost 400 miles.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember in the old CB days, you know, when if I could get from Albion up to Deep River, which is probably 35 air miles, I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, a little close in skip on 10 meters or 11 meters. Yeah, that's always enjoyable. I used to join a group that was about 40 miles away from me on sideband up there on 27405, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah, we just get up there on sideband. I had a nice DX 959 Galaxy, and I tuned the radio so it worked better in sideband. When it first came from the factory, it didn't work so well in sideband. So I tuned up the rig for sideband and left the AM side alone because that worked fine. But yeah. Anyway, this is KD0WTE with company. Go ahead, John.
Okay, this is November 0, Tango Papa November. John located in Albia, Iowa, about 20 miles due west of Ottumwa, in communication with KD0WTE in Norway. And you know, I'm not familiar with where Norway's at, to be downright honest with you. I'd have to look it up on MapQuest or ask somebody that knows. And so I'll ask you, because you should know. Over.
Yeah, that's a good one, John. Yeah, I should know. I grew up 8 miles from here in a small town called Fairfax. I am about 10 or 12 miles southwest of Cedar Rapids, or about 100 miles east of Des Moines. Um, I'm about halfway in between Cedar Rapids and Blairstown, or about about a 40-minute drive from Vinton. So that's kind of my location here. I haven't looked it up on QRZ or anything, but I would assume that you're a fair piece away from me.
Yeah, let's see, you're down here in the southeast corner. I suppose we'd be, what, 150 mile apart, maybe? I don't know. 100 anyway, maybe a little more. I don't know. Never was real good with geography, but probably at least 100. I'm guessing between 100 to 150 maybe, but yep, well, 24 years old, you're probably still you're probably one that's helping collect my Social Security benefits then, aren't you?
Yeah, Roger that. I am self-employed, so that's a whole different ball game right there, of course. But yep, I do earn a wage. I don't just sit here on the radio all the time. These are kind of rare conditions, so I'm taking advantage of it this morning. And I suppose later on this afternoon I will have to go out and get sweaty. But let's see here. Well, your guess of 100 miles or so is not that far off. It's 77.8 miles from my QTH according to QRZ. And let's see. Yeah, QRZ is definitely fun to use. Anyway, are there any others on frequency that would like to join in? If so, give us a call. We have WT0C on the side listening, and N0TPN. And my call sign is KD0WTE, Norway, Iowa. No herd, back to you, John.
Yeah, nothing on this end. Didn't hear anybody, so. Well, yeah, I don't envy anybody in the labor field there. I did self-employed television, VCR, electronics there for a number of years, about 15 years of that. Gave up on that about the time you could buy a VCR for $39.95 at your local Walmart store. I went to work for a college up here in Oskaloosa, Iowa, and did their night security shift. That was interesting at times. So that's where I retired from, was the community college there in Oskaloosa. Been retired about 2.5 years now, or going on 3, I guess, come August. So just kind of getting into the mode of it. Back to you there, Michael, KD0WTE from N0TPN.
Alright, very good, John. And on that last go-around, the S meter was showing just slightly less. So, conditions may be changing. Nevertheless, good contact here. We've probably held it on at least 15-20 minutes here, so that's really good. And yeah, there's a station up in Barneveld, Wisconsin. Whiskey Delta 9 Bravo Golf Alpha BGA. His name is Carl, and he works off of an old surplus fire tower. It's about 100 feet in the air, and I don't recall if he has a beam on top of that tower or if it's just a ground plane antenna, but I think pretty sure he has a beam up there. Anyway, when he's in the shack, he comes down and he booms down here in eastern Iowa, and that's a lot of fun. But yeah, I just thought I'd come over to 5.2 here and see what was happening, because obviously we just got done talking to Bill down in Missouri, and I was keying up repeaters in Peoria with 10 watts just this morning. Peoria, Illinois, that is. And as you probably know, that's a fair drive from either of our QTHs.
Oh yeah, Roger on that. Yep. Well, I tell you,
Hello, I'm
it's
on
been
the radio.
fun. I've enjoyed it, and pleasure to meet up with you there. So,
Hmm. John, I don't know what happened. About a third of the way through that transmission, all of a sudden your audio went to basically nothing. The RF side was still really good, in S3, but all of a sudden your voice got extremely quiet. I'm not sure what happened there, but back to you, John, and we'll see if I can hear you. N0TPN, KD0WTE. Negative copy. I don't know. Maybe you can wiggle your mic connectors or etc. I don't know. But negative copy on the audio. Well, yeah, I can hear it way down in there. But yeah, like I said, the RF is fine, but it's just the audio side. Same scenario. The signal actually came up. You're an S5 now, but I don't know what to tell you. Maybe a loose connection or something. Well, I heard you say I don't know, and I would assume that's to the problem, and all the rest, it was too much of a strain for me to pull it out. I'm sorry. So I will bid you 73, John, and for any of those wishing to know John's call sign, in case you guys can't hear it, it's N0TPN, Tango Papa November. He may not be able to ID all that well, so I just thought I'd throw that out there. Back to you, John. 73. Thanks for the good QSO. Hopefully you get your radio checked out or fixed or whatnot. So anyway, take care. N0TPN. This is KD0WTE.
I recognize that voice, K0HKV mobile.
Morning, Judd. Stand by. All right. Good talking with you, John. All right. The other station that came in is KA0HKV. N0TPN is down in Albia, Iowa. Judd, and good morning to you. KA0HKV, KD0WTE. Just working some tropo this morning, Judd.
Yeah, sounds like it, because I was hearing him. He was breaking my squelch pretty good, but no audio.
Yeah, if you would have heard him on about 30 or 40 seconds before that, he was fine. Something happened either internally or with the microphone or something along that order. All of a sudden his audio almost was muted, but signal was good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of strange, well, this time of year with the heat and humidity, you're going to probably see quite a bit of tropo scatter going right now.
Well, shoot, already this morning I got into 3 different repeaters down in Peoria, Illinois. That's a good haul from here.
Oh yeah. Well, how you been? I've been busier than a cat covering stinky stuff.
Well, I've been doing good, trying to stay cool and all that good stuff. Running the backhoe a little bit.
Oh, you guys got a backhoe?
Just one for the compact, but oh, it does pretty good. It's you can't call it a mini hoe though, because it doesn't have the maneuverability.
I've seen quite a few of those run. I can do quite a bit. My first tower planning was done by a mini setup like that. Worked quite well.
Well, if I dug a hole for a footing without asking you know who first, the sparks might fly.
I know. I didn't mean to attend to that. Down the road, you'll get something going. Even if you put it up and just guy the snot out of it.
Yeah. Well, actually, last night I was working off an HT. You probably knew that Jones County. Well, maybe you didn't. I don't know. But anyway, Jones County's repeater is operating at 10 watts, low output, and for power supply reasons, they had a malfunction out there, and Dale's working on it. Anyway, that's working on low power. I can't hear it with my base station, so I went out on top of the semi-trailer out there with an HT, and I put my mobile antenna on top of the HT, that 54-inch whip, and I was able to talk into the repeater and hear it with 1 watt. So that made my day. So I checked into the rest of the nets with 1 watt on the HT. Created quite a buzz.
I'll be darned. Well, good antenna, short feed line, good ground plane. All the right things.
And quite a bit of HAAT. Yeah, my feet were about level with the base station antenna here, so add another 5.5 feet on top of that. And yeah, it was fun. So now I talked to Bob down in West Branch, K9T&D, and I told him this is my sweet spot apparently. So I'm gonna put a tower here eventually.
There you go. Well, I've been so busy, I haven't done much of anything. Getting rid of some stuff, moving some stuff, and I didn't make it over to vote, of course, but I see the person that, from what I could gather from talking to a lot of different people, the appropriate person got nominated. Well, real quick note here, I gotta leave, but I got you thinking, we're looking for points on that transmissions and this and that out there at the field day. I wonder if we can pick up points for having a EMS drill.
Station, you talking to me?
Okay, I guess I'll sign off. Betty's up in St. Joe.
Judd, I'm hearing another station in there full scale. I don't know if he can hear me or not. KD0WTE.
Yeah, I got him good three S. There, all of a sudden, we wanted antenna, or all of a sudden another tropo scatter.
Yeah, you guys doubled. Judd, you were the winner. So KA0HKV on the side. This is KD0WT. That other station, you're hitting me pretty hard. I'm over here by Norway, Iowa. That is. All of a sudden, your signal started coming in. So I don't know if conditions changed and we interrupted your QSO or what happened. But go ahead. This is Michael out at this end. Well, perhaps he doesn't want to talk to me this morning. Are there any other stations on frequency, KD0WTE and company?
Try it again. You copy this 1, 2, 3, and 0 TPN.
Oh, there you are, John. Yeah, I can hear you in there fine. The audio is fine this time around. K0HKV, can you hear N0 TPN?
Negative. I'm in Cedar Rapids proper, under around all the LED stop line noise now.
Oh, okay. John, my friend Judd up here, KA0HKV, he's in town now, and he's got some noise at his end, so he doesn't have a copy on you. But I sure do. You're back to an S3, and the audio sounds fine. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, okay there, Jed. I could hear him fine there before he got in town, but then he kind of broken on me now, sputter, you know. But yeah, that other fellow that came in there was, I think, in Missouri somewhere. I forget, St. Joe maybe. I thought I heard him say, but he was in QSO with somebody else. Contact him and he cleared. So I heard all that end of it. But I had to, I don't know if this thing's holding in there or not, so I'll keep it short.
Holding in there just fine, John. Yeah, that may have been WD0BC. From my QTH, he's over 200 miles, and I just got done talking with him, and if that is Bill, he hit peak on my meter here. He was 20 over S9, so wow, very good conditions this morning, John. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm hearing bits and pieces of conversations here and there, so I think I'll just get out there while it gets good. The only thing I can figure out, these little holes in the microphone might have gotten plugged up. So anyway, once again, I'll say safe dreams here, Michael. Enjoyed it. You have a great day. KD0WTE. This is N0 TPN 73.
I enjoyed it as well. Thanks for the contact, John. 73 N0 TPN KD0WTE in Norway, Iowa. There was another station in there, I think. You were about an S1. This is Michael, KD0WTE.
0WTE, Kilo 4, Papa Alpha Tango, name is Pat, located in northwest Missouri near Turkey.
Well, second Missouri station of the day. Very good. Kilo 4 Papa Alpha Tango. Here is Kilo Delta 0 Whiskey Tango Echo returning. Good morning. I'm quite a ways from you. And I am about 100 miles east of Des Moines, Iowa. 10 or 12 miles southwest of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. So that's approximately my location here. Go ahead.
Very good. Band conditions are still extended. Sounds good. Yeah, you're breaking through a little bit of white noise, but certainly full copy, no problem whatsoever. And kind of a continuation of some opening extended ground wave, whatever we got happening in Tropo. But sounds excellent. And I was just kind of opening the station up this morning and turned the volume up on the meter rig, and heard you finishing up your QSO with the other station. Didn't copy that station, but you're in here quite nicely.
Yeah, roger that. Is the first personal Harry? Go ahead.
Yeah, and I go by Pat. Middle name is Backup, is in the tank, and I go by Pat, but when I sign things officially, that's what I use. Go ahead.
QSL, Pat. All right. I will get that corrected here. And, well, according to QRZ, we are 207 miles apart. And John, N0TPN. He is actually closer to you than I am. So how's that for interesting conditions? And yeah, likewise, you have a little bit of white noise below your signal as well. But running about an S1, you're solid in there though.
Not very good. Well, it'll be up and down if we're skirting along the front or whatever's going on. Thursday and Friday we had some extended operation here on VHF. Don't know what happened over Field Day. I suppose things closed down on Saturday and Sunday. Not too unusual, but it's nice to have things happen a little bit above normal. We'll hold it. It may drop out from underneath us here at any moment, but nice to make your acquaintance and have a chance to chat over. I mean, last time it was south and southwest was generally where stuff was coming from. So that's 7th Street, and we'll have a chance to chat again. Keep an eye whenever anything happens here on Simplex. I kind of perk up my ears a little bit.
Roger that. Well, thank you for the contact this morning. I enjoyed it. And like I said, second contact from Missouri. And just so you know, I don't know if you can get online or not, but I am live streaming some video here of 5.2 from my shack. That you can find that link on my QRZ page. But anyway, I will bid you 73. Thanks for the contact, and take care. So K4 Papa Alpha Tango Pat in Missouri. This is Kilo Delta Zero Whiskey Tango Echo signing clear.
Very good. Good morning. 0WT. Have no week this morning. Bye on the street.
Alright, take care, Pat. Who was the other station? Was that Judd?
I thought he cleared. I just said he sounds like you've been having a wee of a time this morning. 0MUA, K4PAT. Good morning.
Alright, Judd. MUA, that sounds familiar. I think that's that guy from Oklahoma. Anyway, KD0WT standing by.
Great northwest corner of the state. Now must be too far out for a quarter wave now.
Yeah, roger that. I reduced power here.
Very good. Well, we got extensions both directions. Just closed the QSO with a gentleman in the eastern part of Iowa. And Thursday, Friday, we had some extended ground waves, some tropo, tropospheric, whatever the mode of propagation is. Don't know what happened over Field Day. Hopefully it was kind of carrying on then as well. That would be nice. But just kind of fired the station up this morning, and I noticed that 5.2 was a little above normal. We had a fair amount of stuff over on 3.9 on APRS as well, so maybe we'll have some excitement today.
Oh boy. Two contacts from Missouri. WD0BC. One from Albia, Iowa. He's about 77 miles from me. N0TPM. One from Laurel, Iowa. WT0C. And the second Missouri station is K4 Papa Alpha Tango. The band is open.
Over in eastern Iowa has heard you as well, so you may stand by for him. K4 PAT will be clear.
K4 PAT, do you still have a copy on KD0WTE?
0WT, yes sir, go right ahead.
Did you just finish a QSO with N0 Mike Uniform Alpha?
Yep, 0MUA is down near the Missouri, Oklahoma, or Kansas-Oklahoma border, so you might give him a call and you may have a chance.
All right. Well, I cannot hear him, but he was my longest contact ever, just short of 400 miles. And he was 392 miles from my QTH, and I cannot hear him. But he has quite the setup, and I think at the time I talked to him, he had worked 37 out of the 50 states on 5.2, which amazed me. Anyway, good morning again to you, Pat. 73 K4PAT KD0WTE standing by. Are there any other stations on frequency? Here is KD0WTE. K9BAR repeater. K9BAR repeater. This is KD0WTE. Kilo Delta Zero Whiskey Tango Echo. On 147330. Is there any station on frequency KD0WTE standing by? Huh. Well, if any stations came back to me, I apologize. I couldn't hear anything. I think I'm keying up at least 3 repeaters right now. Anyway, this is Kilo Delta Zero Whiskey Tango Echo, signing clear. Nothing heard. KD0WTE clear and QSY.
This is W9BND repeater. Good morning.
W9BND repeater. Are there any stations on frequency? Here is Kilo Delta Zero Whiskey Tango Echo. KD0WTE, Norway, Iowa. QRZ, here is Kilo Delta Zero Whiskey Tango Echo standing by on the W9 repeater. KD0WTE, Norway, Iowa.
George Ed, this is WA9FCN in Peoria, Illinois. To the Iowa station there, you're coming into Peoria very fine here. Read the paper and didn't catch your call and stuff there, but go back to you there and let you know that fantastic signal.
Yeah, good morning from Iowa. Here's Kilo Delta Zero Whiskey Tango Echo, Norway, Iowa. And I have been to Peoria, Illinois before. Quite fun. Drove through twice and stopped at Jubilee State Park about 2 years ago. WA9 something, question mark. This is Kilo Delta Zero Whiskey Tango Echo. Thanks for picking up the call and good morning.
Good morning there. Okay, we got Kilo Delta Zero
WA9FCN KD0WTE returning from Norway, Iowa. Well, very good, Chuck. And the first person we'll hear is Michael. I don't remember if I said that or not. I've been having some fun on VHF FM this morning. I made 2 contacts down to Missouri on 5.2, and that was a thrill a minute. And I just checked QRZ to see how far away we are from each other. I can't hear you on the input, so I don't know if you're using an HT or base station, whatnot. One thing I would note to you personally is it looks like your call sign or your license expires soon, so you might want to get that updated. Other than that, the QRZ page is showing us approximately 145 miles apart, so not a bad piece of land indeed. And QSL on all that was said about Peoria. Let's see. This morning I have keyed up, I think, 4 different Illinois repeaters, at least. At one point I tried keying up one of the repeaters down your way, and at least 3 repeaters came back, so at least 2 of them didn't have the a PL tone squelch. They just had a normal squelch. And I think there may have been a 4th one in there. So the band is wide open this morning. And again, even Simplex has been exhilarating. So back to you, Chuck. You might elaborate on what kind of station you're running. I'm running 65 watts from a ICOM IC2300H, 65 watts, into a ground plane that was homebrew. So back to you, Chuck. WA9 FCN KD0WTE.
Very good, Michael. Very good on that. Yeah, your full quieting kept a tremendous signal in here. And yeah, on the license, I know I did get I'm checking on that now. I got the letter from the ARRL a while back, and that it was expiring. I could fill out the forms, and they would do the renewal. And I have not heard anything, so I've got
Uh-oh.
Repeater time out cancel. W9BSD repeater. This is the W9BSD repeater. It's 8:45 a.m. I went ahead and timed out anyway. I was saying, yep, I don't know when it timed out there, but I was saying at the end there that 6 meters has always been a big thing from the time I first got my license and everything, and then my wife got into it too. Never pushed her, but she got her damn license, and her, I guess, major contact that she made was Gambia, West Africa on 6 meters. That was her pride, joy contact there. So back to you, Michael. KD0WTE, W9FCN.
Ah, very good, Chuck. WA9FCN, KD0WTE, Norway, Iowa, returning. Well, very good. That's quite the contact on 6 meters. I wish I had a radio capable of 6 meters. Right now for HF, I run an ICOM 718, and that one, when I got it, it couldn't do 60 meters. As you probably know, that the FCC opened that up, channelized, of course, but my radio couldn't do it, so I actually had to make a modification to that radio so it would essentially transmit out of band, and that gave me 60 meters. But the VFO only goes up to something like 31 or 32 megahertz, which is not quite 50 to 54, unfortunately. But sounds like fun. I have listened to 6 meters before on a handheld receiver. But other than that, I'm stuck on VHF, UHF, and HF, but no 6 meters. I don't know, your call sign almost looks familiar. I wonder if we may have talked last year, because I did get into Peoria quite a few times last year around this time of year. I'm going to let the repeater reset here. And this is KD0WTE for ID. I think we may have talked before, Chuck. Your call sign looks familiar, but I don't know for sure. Always good to hit Peoria, and yeah, actually I might be coming through there again sometime in the next few months. Anyway, I enjoyed the QSO this morning. I am hearing a second repeater in here on the same frequency, so I don't know how long I will be able to hold it. And this repeater signal at my end is going down a little bit. It's down to an S3 from an S5, so it may be starting to fluctuate the conditions. Anyway, Chuck, I appreciate the comeback. 73 from Michael up here in Norway, Iowa. And take care. WA9FCN, KD0WT. I will be clear on your final. Go ahead.
Very good, Michael. Very good. Okay, it's possible. My books there down in the basement there, and the file cabinets and everything, and it'd be nice. I thought, transcribe them all, put them on the computer, and could do instant searches and stuff, but haven't gotten around to that, but and probably won't. Getting up there, I'm not. Got a few years on me now, and like I say, it's been since the wife passed away, it's harder and harder. But ham radio has always been great, a great hobby, and it's really been, gotten me through this big stage of my life too. Let's run there. You have a great day. Good DX hunting there on 2 meters, especially, and.
All right, take care, Chuck. Thanks a lot for the QSO. All right, I'm gonna be clear. KD0WTE, clear, and QSY. Testing, KD0WTE. KD0WTE.
Their mobile's down in St. Louis, and I talking on a repeater, and I got in there and talked to him. He says, "Well, you must be close to a repeater." I said, "Yeah, I'm close." I said, "I'm about 150 miles away." Yeah, we've had this conversation before, where I'm kind of shocked at how much the VHF conditions exist and how consistent they've been too, where I can almost count on them. You know, when the weather's warm, it's like, my God, really very impressive. Yeah, I've never really. I know when I'm hearing things, so I'm like, yeah, if I had somebody on Simplex, in fact, I said it to the wife this morning. And when you said earlier, what, the band's back? You don't know the band's get back together? The band's back together. He said the band's been good or something, or the band's back. Yeah, it was pretty funny, but I've said that to myself just on the way home tonight, or this morning. I'm like, man, if I was on Simplex, I could probably, you know, hit this with, I mean, if I'm doing this well, you know, on the repeater, I probably would do that well Simplex, but if you don't have a SCAD set up or something, it's kind of hard to tell, unless you're really fishing well. It's kind of like catching a fish then, which is the rewarding part of it as well. I mean, but you have to be fishing.
KD0WTE.
That's exactly it. You're out fishing. You never know what you're going to catch. Yeah, it's fun. On that one Simplex frequency where the guys in Joliet and you used to be there also before you moved. I talked to guys in their mobiles down in the Gulf. One was in Alabama, one was in Florida. They couldn't hear each other, but we were all full scale from me to them and them to me, but they couldn't hear each other. And they couldn't believe that I was up in Joliet. Yeah, I've been on that frequency a few times around here. It's the same thing where you know, had some good contacts of relative ranges where people don't realize that other people have been hearing them. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I get you on that. Yeah, I haven't been through that area lately. You know, when I do, I try to search around, look for them, but I haven't heard them in a long time. Hope everyone's doing good. Did I talk to you since Wheaton? No, I don't think I have. How was Wheaton? Maybe I did. Wheaton was good. I picked up a bunch of stuff and good deals. And it was a good turnout, you know. The weather was great. It turned out perfect. Didn't get any rain at all. It was pretty warm. I mean, I've been there where it was damn hot. But yeah, it was a good ham fest. You got one coming up in Aurora here pretty soon, don't you?
KD0WTE.
Yeah, I think you do. I hear you call. I just there's a lot of static there. I didn't catch the call, but yeah, John, I think there is one coming up. That's ARRL or whatever they're called. Yeah, they're coming up soon, I think. And then there's Kane County. I think this is as well. I haven't looked myself.
Hey, good morning from Norway, Iowa. This is Kilo Delta Zero Whiskey Tango Echo. Again, Kilo Delta Zero Whiskey Tango Echo from Norway, Iowa. Good morning.
Good morning, KD9WTE, I believe it is. This is KD9 APZ, Kilo Delta Niner Alpha Papa Zulu. I'm not sure how well we're coming into there. You're coming in, probably about 50% quiet. It's a little bit scratchy.
Yeah, roger that. I don't know where you are. I'm out here by Norway, Iowa, by Cedar Rapids, actually. Cedar Rapids, Iowa. About 100 miles east of Des Moines. 100 miles east of Des Moines. Call sign Kilo Denmark 0 Whiskey Tango Echo. KD0WTE. And the handle here is Michael. I'm operating 65 watts from Norway, Iowa.
Sorry about that. Sorry I got the call wrong. Yeah, I'm in Polo. You're just further west of me, and this repeater's got really good ears, and we have really good conditions. Because, like, I'm not far from the Iowa border. If you know where Dixon or Sterling, I'm out here, and then we've got John, KD9GTR, and he's down in Middleburg, Illinois. So we're all taking advantage of great conditions and a repeater that's got a really good radius.
Yeah, roger that. Well, I have an S5 on the repeater. I'm doing really good. I've already talked to Missouri twice this morning. Talked down to Peoria, Illinois just a second ago, and just enjoying the band conditions. Could I get a fill on your call sign? I think I have the suffix as Alpha Papa Zulu or Z. What's the prefix? Go ahead.
Kilo Delta Niner, KD9APZ. KD9APZ, the name is Kevin, and the other one is KD9GTR, and he's out there, and his name is John. He's in Mill.
All right. Well, thank you very much. The handle here is Michael. I will say 7-3. I didn't want to interrupt the conversation too much, but you guys were talking about Tropo, and I thought I'd check in and see if you guys could hear me or not. So thank you for picking me up. 7-3 from Norway, Iowa. Excuse me. This is Kilo Delta Zero Whiskey Tango Echo. Take care.
Yeah, doesn't sound like you're on their feeder now, and I'm not sure I am either. Conditions are like rapidly changing. Give me another chance to get back in there.
All right, 73. KD0WTE clear.
Well, it's coming in pretty good. Conditions did change for him, but you're still in a repeater 100%. That's a pretty good jump. Yeah, he's riding the same trade I'm riding, and there is a ridge between me and this repeater that, I don't know if I could ever be into it 100%. I can be into the DeKalb 100%. No problem. I mean, in my car, in my driveway, I can get there. But this one's a little bit, I've been told that there's a ridge, at the DeKalb, basically the area that north-south or some kind of ridge that hot water, had soap, had paper towels, had toilet paper, very I guess father and a couple sons and everything. And so I think GB generated some interest. He did a really good job. I told him that he probably get nominated to do to kind of organize it all again next year. So maybe that'll work, you know. That's what it takes. They get anybody from like local net or TV station or something. That's a lot of extra points, I think. You know, police officer or deputy sheriff just stop in and get guests assigned to book. That's points. You know, there's a lot of little things you can do. I don't know if they got the news media there, but they had I think the chief of the guy from the fire department stop out, take a look at it all, and then plus some guests that they gave a talk to about what ham radio was and what we were doing. So anyway, I got to get together and put out a report, and I'm pretty sure I got your email address on the general club list. So I need to write some stuff up and give it to me, and I got some comments. I took some pictures too, and I think it's worth doing again. So, well, I'm here, so I got to go in for coffee. So we'll see. Talk to you a little later. WZRSPF. Hey Dave, have a good time.
This is KD0WTE, Kilo Delta Zero Whiskey Tango Echo, Norway, Iowa. Yeah, good morning. Kilo Delta Zero Whiskey Tango Echo. I am near Norway, which is close to Cedar Rapids, about 10 miles away from Cedar Rapids, or 100 miles east of Des Moines. So that's my approximate bearing. Good morning. Handle here is Michael, and enjoying some tropospheric conditions. I've been working FM, Simplex, and quite a few repeaters this morning, all the way down to Peoria. So back to you.
Hey, Mike, the name here is Paul, and this repeater's you're right near Mason City. Getting in pretty good today. I see there is bad opening, because I've been watching Channel 2 and 28 out of Cedar Rapids this morning, so I know there's something going on there again, and it's kind of fun when that happens. You can work stuff from all over.
Roger that, Paul. The repeater is giving me an S5 right now, and I do some TV DXing as well. It's not nearly as fun as when it was analog, but it still is fun even if it's digital. That's pretty much all or nothing, though. There's no halfway gray line type stuff. Paul, could I get your call sign, please?
Oh, okay. W0BUI, driving under influence.
Nice, unique call sign. All right, Paul. Well, thanks for picking me up. And this is the first time I ever hit Mason City, so this is fun. I guess you guys aren't too far from the Minnesota border. And yeah, I think there's two different stations TV-wise that I get out of Mason City when the Tropo is really going. And oh, I appreciate the contact this morning, Paul. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I'm in Little Town of Nora Springs, which is about 8 or 9 miles east of Mason City, and we always get channel 7 and 9. In fact, that's our primary channels that we watch. I don't know why we get them so good right where we're at, but I put the TV on scan every so often. I thought, well, this morning it'd be great to see what we get, and I had a quad city station in there for a short time, but he kind of faded. But we don't get 2 and 28 that awful good up here. So like I say, 7 and 9 are usually good, but 2 and 28 were just rock solid this morning, and I turned the TV off, so I don't know what it's doing now. But yeah, that'll probably be that way again tonight too.
Yeah, Roger. Channel 7 and 9, I believe, are operating on VHF frequencies, whereas Channel 2 is operating on, I think, Channel 47 RF, which is UHF. I'm pretty sure they are UHF broadcast, even though the digital channel ID is set to Channel 2. they moved off their analog frequency, and I think they are now on channel 47, which is UHF frequency transmit. So that could explain a few things. Obviously, VHF propagates a little more readily in tropo than UHF. Go ahead.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Quite often, though, yeah, you're right about the channel 2. Now, it's funny, my TV shows it as UHF channel 29, so I don't get it. But see, these new digital sets don't really have a tuner like the old analog sets do that were fixed frequency tuners. It's data. It just tells the set where to put the channel. So you could actually have two stations on some certain channel, but it'd be different frequencies entirely, you know, and that's a strange effect when you get that. Your set will want to wander and hunt for stuff. But if you ever notice when the signal starts getting weaker, it might pick up an adjacent channel, like when the signal gets weak on channel 7.3, we'll say it'll jump over to 9.1 or something. It doesn't know anything. It's looking for a signal going.
I'm going to have to bid you 73. I'm starting to lose the repeater, so thanks for picking me up, Paul. 73, W0DUI, KD0WTE, Norway.
Hey, Mike, well, check in again when the back is up. We'll go from there. Take care. W0DUI.
All right, I will do that. Thank you, and good morning. Take care. KD0WTE, clear, and QSY.
Only is the flex weave wire. Flex weave wire works a lot better and gets cold. And then check it out from there. No, I understand that. And it's just another whim. A couple days from now, I'll be on something else. WA0HLM, WA9YLP. Ledger, okay. WA9YLP, WA0HLM. You hear our discussion after the, you probably didn't monitor 8.8 last night, did you? Negative. What was the jet of it? Oh, the other day, he had all those tornadoes, and Pat was trying to call the Weather Bureau, and of course nobody answered because there was nobody on duty down there. I brought that up at the 8.8 net that, you know, if they're supposed to have a station down there, it should be active during all the counties' alerts to Scott County. Yeah. Okay. Now that 8.8 machine, is that Quad City? They actually have the station right there in the Weather Bureau. That's why I put my crossband on 8.8, so you can get on there and get right in when the station's operating. You can get right into the Weather Bureau. If somebody was there. Somebody was there, and somebody on the net came back and said, we can always call them on the phone. Well, yeah, then I might as well throw the radio away. I don't need it. I can just call them on the phone. Yeah. I don't know. I was listening to a conversation here or it wasn't a conversation, but comments on this repeater on the digital repeaters. And I still have a little problem with the devices that are transmitting digital that's proprietary algorithm to beta with the better quality. Okay. Well, thank you, Rich, and I'll get back with you. WA0HLM, WA9YL. Hey, WA0HLM monitoring.
KD0WTE, Michael near Norway, Iowa.
Go ahead, Michael, if you can copy me, Rich, and we're in Clinton, Iowa. WA0HLM.
Good morning, Rich. HLM. Alright, I have your call sign. This is Kilo Delta Zero Whiskey Tango Echo. And I was just going to ask if this was the Clinton machine. Normally I cannot hear it or get into it. Go ahead.
It is. It's the Clinton, Iowa machine on 14543.
Oh, very good. You probably know K9DLI then, who checks into the Jones County repeater on Sunday evening.
Probably not, because I don't check into the Jones County repeater, so I don't. Usually I check into 88, which is the Quad City repeater, and then I run net here once a month on this repeater at 7 o'clock, or 7:30.
Oh, roger that. Well, I know he's out there by Clinton that I know of. Well, cool. I wonder what is the tone for that 88 machine down there in the Quad Cities.
You would ask me that. I'm not sure without looking it up. I do have I have crossband on here. If you can get on UHF, my crossband is 446350. No tone. Simplex.
Oh, I wish I could. Right now I'm stuck on VHF with this radio, and the UHF radio is fixed as far as frequency goes. I have no VFO in my UHF radio. It's one of those old Motorola's that is non-field programmable. But yeah, this one that I'm operating on now is an ICOM mobile rig, throwing out 65 watts. And Norway is approximately 10 miles southwest of Cedar Rapids. So good piece this morning of land, and I have talked all the way up to Mason City, Iowa, and down to Peoria, Illinois, and 2 contacts over 200 miles into Missouri just this morning.
Right, WA9YLZ. Yeah. For the 88 machine, the repeater book says it's 77.0 for CL.
Alright, thank you very much, WA9YLP. What is the frequency prefix to that? Is it 147?
It's 146.88.
Alrighty. Well, I might just give that a try. I don't know if either of you can monitor or QSY. You guys don't have to, but I was going to try and raise it since the conditions are so good. I've just been having a blast here on the radio this morning. It's almost like field day has been extended to VHF for a few days.
I can switch over here. Let me turn my squelch down a little so that I can hear a little better. Give me about a minute and then try calling. Then if I don't hear you, I'll switch back here to this frequency.
Alright, I acknowledge that. This is KD0WTE, clear and QSY. This is KD0WTE, Kilo Delta Zero Whiskey Tango Echo, standing by from Norway, Iowa. WA0HLM, WA0HLM. This is Kilo Delta Zero Whiskey Tango Echo. I think I'm transmitting through the through that repeater there in the Quad Cities. Go ahead. Well, for a 5-watt handheld you're making it, you're pretty staticky. No quieting at all, but yeah, I can hear your voice and what you're saying, so that's cool. Well, thanks for the radio check here on 880, requiring a 77 hertz tone. And this is the first time I have hit this repeater, so thank you very much, Rich. Well, you dropped out right after your 73, so I will bid you 73, and I'll be back to repeater searching here, sniffing out some repeaters. 73, this is KD0WTE. Alright, your QSY came through fine, Rich. Thanks a lot. 73. KD0WTE, also QSY.